right, everybody, welcome to another Thursday night HWR's Four Corner Rants, and we've got a lot to talk about. And we finally got all the. Hopefully, we got everything fixed. We've got all the little issues that we've been having when it comes to streaming. Let's hope tonight it's all good because we're trying something new. And so far, I am looking at our Facebook, and we are live, perfectly clear. And Lance, he is watching on the YouTube stream, and we seem to be really good there. And
Yeah,
George is there. He's already there.
My Georgie boy.
Yeah.
and he loves it when you call him that.
Aww,
I
I
call
love
him-
you, Georgie boy.
George the cheater. George the cheater.
And over in the HWH chat room, Rob Sierra is already there. So how you doing? Good to see you, Rob. Well, all right, let me introduce. We got people coming in. We got people starting to pop into the chat rooms and everything. Thank God I got all this set up here. Let's go. Let me introduce the hardcore crew first of all. He is the. You could say he's the inventor of what shirt, Lance?
What is your?
Oh, buy the shirt, indeed. He is the incomparable one. Welcome back to Wednesday nights. I wasn't able to jump on the show, but I saw that you did it. So he is the incomparable one, Lance Moss. Lance, take it away.
Well, I'm glad to finally be back doing my Wednesday shows. Had some technical issues. I had a sample of some wine I've been working on for some personal use. Got that in a glass right now. So let's have some fun.
Absolutely.
It's good.
And George says hi to all of us here, each one of us. So there you go. Everything seems to be working smoothly, huh, Lance?
Yep.
All right. What she is,
Brie Bella just botched.
Yeah, she did. That's why if you look at the stream right now, her face is so sad.
Oh, God.
And she is the vicious vixen from Kentucky's Own Wrestling. She is Zoe Nightshade. Zoe.
Hey, proud to be back. I'm ready to talk some wrestling tonight.
Absolutely. She had a busy weekend. She was with Carnage at a KCW show. So now you saw her live doing the Smack. Now she's going to talk the Smack.
Oh, yeah.
And he is my partner in professional wrestling. We've been up and down that road. He is a former WWO Tag Team Champion in a company I owned back in the 90s. He is. Let me, if I can remember this, he is. It wasn't the Barrio Boy, Johnny Perez.
Oh my God. It was also Bad Boy Johnny Perez.
There you go. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Oh man, nothing, man. Same old, same old. Great to be here Thursday night. Got the crew together. Gonna talk about some wrestling and diss the Bellas, and we all, like always, we're gonna do some damage.
Absolutely. Over in the HWR chat room, it is one of my former Nightmare Express members who I haven't seen in a long time, Billy. He was on the Billy the Kid, part of the Nightmare Express. Billy, how you doing, buddy? Big shout out to you and your brother Todd. Miss you guys. Hope you both are doing well. Someday you guys gonna have to squeeze back into those black and neon green tights. You're gonna have to get back in Nightmare Express gear. So long ago. I don't know.
And come back down to Knoxville.
Yeah. And let's see. I wonder if he's still here. He is the CEO of HWR, Rick Head. Rick, how you doing?
I'm doing great, and I have to give you guys, for those who are listening, who've never been to listen to one of our shows, when we say discretion advised, it basically means if you have thin skin or get offended easily, you're in the wrong fucking place.
Get the fuck out.
Absolutely.
Exactly. But the other half of it, discretion is advised, but will be ignored.
Over in the HWR chat room, Billy says, "What's up to me?" He says, "I'm still in them." Damn, he's still got the old tights. Dude, I couldn't even put on my old Joey Knight jacket anymore. I had to give that all
Oh
away.
Jesus! You mean the
So,
black leather jacket, Joe?
yeah, with the Joey Knight. And then I had the blazer. I don't know if you ever seen the
I
blazer.
remember the blazer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the back
Yeah.
airbrush. Joey Knight, there you go. I was the talk of the town back in the day. But yeah, Billy, I'm doing really well. Again, big shout out to you and your brother. Two of the best guys in the business. Love these two boys. I still remember those times we went to the Bronx. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of professional wrestling to talk about. Rumors, news. Hell, we just came off of watching last week it All In, and again, it made me a wrestling fan all over again. And I have to say, it was great to watch. Yeah, I did wear the. That's right. Billy says I wore the blazer in the Bronx shows. Yep, and I used to have the skull cap. And here's something I don't know if you remember, Billy. In one show where you guys took, I think you guys took on the main. You were in the main event. I actually had fans when one of the guys tried to take a swipe at me. I moved back into the crowd, and that blazer was ripped into shreds by female fans at ringside because I couldn't get on. I couldn't. They grabbed onto me and took my hat as well, and I could not get in. I had to come in, and I think I forgot what it was. Todd was in the ring. You were fighting outside, and I forgot what it was. But yeah, that blazer went to shreds, and so
Now, Joe, was this pre or post marriage?
that was pre.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We broke the ropes. Well, we blamed it on the other team. The other team was I forgot who the hell the other team was. The other team was I think New Millennium. I forgot. I think that's what they were. But
So-
so yeah, excuse me, folks. I had a beautiful woman pounding on my door, and finally had to let her out. It was my wife. So. Stole that from Jim Cornette. All right, let's talk professional wrestling. As we feared, we'll see Shawn Michaels come on Monday night. It is being rumored now. We're starting with the rumors of the day, folks. Then we'll go into our topics. Local advertisers listing Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee for Super Showdown. Super Showdown's Undertaker versus Triple H match. This was reported by the Wrestling Observer Live listeners who from Australia. They were actually calling in and showing them posters where Shawn Michaels is the referee. So, Rick, I don't know if you're going to be here for the whole show, but what we were talking about is now true, and it is it's, I guess, Shawn Michaels is going back in the referee shirt.
Yeah, I unfortunately I kind of expected it only because they have been pushing it, then the HBK come out. Let me say this right off the bat. Raw, from beginning to end, completely sucked. I think the only one that was interested part of the only shock of that was Undertaker coming out. Other than that, I think the funniest part of the show was Brie fucking botching that ring shot.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Lord.
I couldn't stop laughing when I fucking saw that thing. I'm like, oh my god, that's horrible.
But you know what?
I have a feeling her husband was laughing his ass off backstage.
No, he was hiding in the corner like, I don't know that woman. Nope, never seen her.
Quickly,
I think that's Nikki.
quickly, everybody.
The first time.
Quickly, everybody turned and they looked at Brian. I'm like, and we're investing money in her. Why? And I always said it. The Bellas are the worst. They only got there because they slept with Daniel Bryan and John Cena. And,
That's it.
And their talent, it just showed. We could talk about Ronda Rousey, but here is two girls who supposedly trained, who've been in the business for years, and they are lousy. And Brie, I mean, there are times. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the Bellas. I'm gonna be direct. I hate the Bella bitches, but when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, she broke her neck, and it was just ridiculous. how she botched that move. Zoe, I'm gonna throw it over to you. You see stuff like
man.
that. You see stuff like that. You being a worker at the same time. What do you think?
Like I rewound it on my DVR repeatedly and watched it over and over again. And, like I even did it in slow mo just to see exactly what had happened, but because I honestly wanted to defend her a little bit because she is a girl, but I couldn't. And the more that I watched it, I was like, this is just getting more painful, as far as an embarrassment to watch. And then on top of it, the drop kick that she did on Sarah Logan, whenever she went crashing down to the ring, she had instantly grabbed her side. But yeah, I'm sitting here yelling at my husband going, oh my God, she hurt her JJ.
Yeah.
I mean, she botched mania.
Well,
You can say vagina. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We can say a lot of other words, but we wouldn't want to offend you, Zoe. I can say a couple of words and you'll be like, yeah, I'm coming to Massachusetts, Rich, and it's not to say hi.
Nah. You don't know me that well yet. I probably agree with you.
But, and the funny thing is, guys, the Bellas were hugely taunted that they were going to come in, they were going to do this, and it was botches after that. And the one botch that she tried, I think what was supposed to happen was Brie was supposed to run the ropes and attempt an outside dive, that first one, which she got caught up on the ropes, and supposed to get caught up on the ropes, and Mandy Rose was supposed to hit her. So
You mean Liv Morgan?
Whichever one of those members. the little blonde one. No, not the blonde one. The husky other one. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sarah.
it's Mandy.
Yeah. So she tried to hit.
No, Mandy's on SmackDown.
Okay.
It's Sarah Logan. She's from
Sarah Logan. Thank you. See, we all fuck up here in HWR.
Yeah, well, hey, it's not hard. You have the Riot Squad on one channel, and then you have what is it? The MMA fighter girl with the other blonde glamour girl. So you know what? They should just merge these two groups and have the two blondes form the glamour girls. Anyway.
I don't know if you guys actually noticed or not. Also in that match, I forget which Bella Twin it was, but she had done a move on Sarah Logan, and it looked like it had popped her shoulder plumb out of the socket.
That was probably Nikki.
Yeah, that was Nikki. I think that was definitely Nikki. And again, this is who you folks are having to destroy your. You're basically destroying your women's roster with. Shameful, WWE. Take the Bella bitches, stick them in a corner, and tell them, stay there, you're not worth it anymore. Hell, even Leah and all these other women are much better than you.
Or at least have Brie take a refresher course from Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Because when they first got together, she started learning how to work. After that year off, she forgot how, so she might need a refresher course, because it's a hell of a lot of ring rust on her ass.
Absolutely.
And if you go back and you watch where Brie did that spot, I don't know if it was supposed to be countered or whatever, because she was almost skipping through the rope. I'm like, what are you doing? You go back and you see how slow she was
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was supposed to be something that the other person, whoever, Sarah Logan, whatever, Santina Marella, I don't care which one, they were supposed to hit her before she came out of the ropes. So that's where it was just fucking horrible. But anyway, the Bella bitches retire. Nobody cares for you. Nobody was excited when you came out. Only the marks that even give two shits about you because you wiggle your little asses and you have your boring TV show. Stop putting the other girls down just to try to bring ratings. WWE, keep the Bellas on Total Bellas and Total Divas. In fact, take them off of Total Divas. Let the other girls get a chance. All right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Johnny, I don't know if you saw Monday Night Raw. I don't know if you saw those botches.
No, I did not. I wish I did, because I'd probably still be laughing today. But again, like you said, it's all about we're on top, we're the Bellas, we're this, we're that. They suck. I'm sorry. I mean, they're like the worst thing that ever happened to the business in the women's division. Just get them out, leave them with their own show, and that's it.
Hey, Rick, I don't know if you're still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I did not realize it, but when I started my stream, it's actually now on Twitch too. So it's on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
Right on.
So hello everybody on Twitch out there. Again, check this out. I didn't know all three was going on. But anyway, let's continue going with rumors because we still got loads to talk about. Nia Jax was at the Performance Center this week for physical therapy on her leg. According to PWI Insider, Jax has denied being injured, but hasn't wrestled since July. Again, I'm going to toss this over real quick to Rick. You know, I don't remember her being injured or what segment she was injured in.
I remember she kind of did a leg drop and kind of the botch. You could tell she was like not, she was in some pain. Whether they're just keeping her off, maybe they might be giving her a fresh shirt, maybe a bit of a break, especially with Ronda Rousey coming around. I'd like to see her come back and pretty much kick Rousey's ass. Or even that, she could be working on her skill set, her movesets. She can move relatively fast for a girl her size. And, there's only a few moves that you can do, and I'd like to see her do some more because she's entertaining, and, for what it is, she's a good wrestler. And certainly should be holding a belt, unlike Rousey.
I agree. You know what? I like Nia Jax. She moves really well. And I wish they would give her more opportunities. But again, here's the issue. And Johnny's going to have to back me up on this too, because we've been in the business for so long. When you have big workers, and I don't mean fat workers, I mean big, Andre the Giant, Big John Studs, I'm Bertha Faye, One Man Games. When you put a belt on someone big like that and the rest of the roster is tiny, it sometimes becomes hard to book that individual. So sometimes the person's better off as a chaser than a champion because technically, on paper, they should be beating the shit out of everybody in the roster.
Absolutely. You know what, Joe? And another thing is that if you get someone, let's say like an Andre the Giant, to win the title, in all reality, who's going to beat him for that belt?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, it's unheard of. I mean, the guy would be an undefeated world champion to the day he retires. So, these guys are always better as a chaser than being the head of the company when it comes to winning titles. Andre the Giant, chasing the title, did a fantastic job with Hulk Hogan. WrestleMania 3 to the time he won the tag titles. The only reason why they gave him the tag titles is because his partner was beatable.
Exactly.
So, that's how you have to look at it. Guys that big should not be world champions. They should be the chasers, not the title holders. I agree 100%.
And in this case, we're looking at, and again, when you deal with Nia Jax, great. Here's another one. She is good. She's a little big, but she knows how to move in the ring. Zoe, let's go to you. What do you think of Nia Jax and her injury?
I mean, if it's a legit injury, I hope that she is, healing, but healthy and everything. I miss her. I love watching Nia Jax in the ring. Because, I mean, I'm still new to wrestling and everything. And I do look up to her because I also am a, big girl. I'm not no skinny mini. So whenever I see her on the screen, she's doing these crazy moves that, with her speed and her weight given, and then her holding the belt, it gave me more hope for me to sit there and be like, you know what? Yeah, big girls can do it, little girls do it, and we can even look sexy while we do it.
Absolutely. And Nia Jax, don't take nothing away from her. She's very attractive. She's got those nice eyes and that long hair that's really kind of a turn on. Let's go to you, Lance. What do you think?
Well, they definitely need Nia Jax to come back because let's face it, every division, and I don't mean this derogatory in any way, but every division needs that one monster that when their music hits, the person in the ring goes, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah.
Well, and there's very seldom few that you see it when that happens. I used to remember when the Road Warriors music used to come in, and I don't mean the old Water Rush. I mean the old Johnny, the AWA, when they used to come out to Iron Man, and you could see even in the NWA.
Iron. Oh my God, the Iron Man theme. You knew you were getting your ass beat that day.
Yeah.
When you heard that theme song, you knew who was coming behind those curtains. You shit it in your pants. You got your ass beat, and they ran and they walked out. That was it. That was it.
Rick, and then they looked like something out of a Beetle Bailey comic.
Yeah, no kidding. But again, like you said, the Road Warriors, classic, and that's what tag teams really, were, they were long term. They weren't like, makeshift ones that were working for like maybe a year or even 2 years. These guys were going through the test of time. This is, they were bred to be tag teams. Some of the Dudley Boys, and well, I'd say the Hart Foundation, but eventually they split.
Well, they ran their course. Other great tag teams like Armin Dangerous / Latin Lords by Johnny, and and Todd and Billy and the Nightmare Express. Anyway, but let's hope Nia Jax doesn't have an injury, and if she does, may she have a speedy recovery. Triple the Bellas when you come back. That's what we need to see. Let's go to another rumor because we still got a whole bunch. We still got another 40 minutes where we got a lot of other topics to go. Little Caesars Arena in Detroit is advertising special Friday edition of Monday Night Raw. Wouldn't that make it Friday Night Raw? I don't know.
What?
Yeah. For December 28th, 2018, insiders say this will air as a taped show. Duh. After New Year's Eve, which falls on Monday. Wrestler Observer says WWE's schedule indicates this Christmas Eve show and the Christmas and New Year's Day SmackDown episodes will be pre-taped as well. Well, I think they're already fucking pre-taped as it is. When was the last time they were ever live, Rick?
Honestly, I believe that they are live, and I think that's why they moved SmackDown over to USA, because for the longest time they were taped. So, in all seriousness, I believe that both Raw and SmackDown are live, with the exception of certain situations.
All right. Well, let's go to you. Let's go to you, Johnny. What do you think?
I lost the question, man. I'm sorry.
Just something about WWE being pre-taped.
Oh, you mean like when
Rick
what
Rude
was that? Rude came out, but he was still on TV when they all knew that Mick Foley was winning the title. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I happen to agree that they are live now. They don't want to have. They're not going to make that same mistake again. I mean, like Rick said, there are some segments that are pre-taped, of course. But the rest of the show live, absolutely.
All right. Well, let's go to you, Zoe. With this type of schedule, at least WWE is, letting the fans know that this is going to be pre-taped and changed, so they don't start wondering what the hell, why is nobody live?
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, considering as much as these, men and women work their butts off, to provide us with entertainment. Yeah, definitely. Whenever it comes around Christmas and New Year's Eve and stuff, let them be with their families. Do a pre-recorded show. Me as a fan, I'll still watch it.
Absolutely. Let's go to you, Lance, on the final word on this. What do you think?
Well, I've heard of card subjects change, but not dates or day subjects change. Anyway, I'm just glad they're not playing Tribute to the Troop like 3 fucking times.
Oh my God.
Let's face it, they have done that before.
Yes, we know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to another topic right now. Attendance at this week's SmackDown wasn't great, based on some fan reports from Detroit, which was said 40% of the arena was tarped off. 40% of that.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
That's a lot.
yeah, yes,
They
it
were
is.
all in.
Yeah, All In was more set. Johnny,
Like I said,
since you're
they
the first one,
weren't all in.
Johnny, you were the first one when when it comes to WWE having to tarp all sections. It's not like they haven't done it before, but in this day and age, I think that's showing that they need to change direction.
Let me tell you something. They need to do what should have been done a long time ago. Go back to these smaller arenas
Mhm.
and start again from there. Go back to those small arenas, 10,000 seat arenas, 5,000 seat arenas. Show how packed it is, and get that ball rolling again. Because if they continue 30,000, 40,000, seat arenas and only packing, 60%. That's not a lot. Go to the small arenas remember the old NWA used to do. They used to go to a small arena and it was always packed, always. That's what they need to do. They need to change that whole. Let's get out of the big arenas and go back to the small arenas so people can see that we're still here. Look at all the fans we have, and then gradually go back to the big arenas for pay-per-views and special events.
Oh, I got to agree with you. What do you think about that, Rick? You think that's a good idea?
It on certain levels, on a financial level, it's probably a good idea, but on a public relations aspect, it's going to show a sign of weakness. It's going to say, we're hurting. So it's one of those situations where it's a catch-22. Financially, yeah, it might work, but people are just starting to see that, especially with All In packing 10,000. WWE's going to say, well, we can pack 10,000 too. What's that going to say? That's something you got to think about.
Yep, but you know what? Go ahead, Johnny.
What WWE needs to understand is that they're the only promotion out there. It's getting boring. It's getting boring. When you're the only entertainment out there and there's nobody else to be a rival, it gets boring. People don't want to go. The tickets are expensive. There's not, you're seeing the same people over and over and over and over and over again. Again, I understand where Rick is coming from. That is going to show a sign of weakness. But financially, it'll be a smart move for them. Whether it's a sign of weakness or not, they're going to show the people, okay, well, we can also be, in small arenas, we can still pack it. So when the main events come, the big pay-per-views, they're not going to have a problem packing that arena.
Absolutely. Let's go to you, Zoe, on this.
Honestly, I think that they should start out doing the smaller arenas again, yes. However, during that process, they need to be going back to see when their highest ticket rates were, when their highest audience members were, and figure out what they're doing wrong, do something new with the writing, get more new people in there, and then maybe you'll get people interested to where you can move back to the big arena.
You know what, Lance? And you got the final word on this. Somebody flushed the toilet?
No, I'm washing out my coffee cup.
There you go.
Ah.
He has a mug the size of Donkey Kong's barrels.
Not everyone can have homemade wine at home.
There you go.
Hey, I do, but
I know you do.
We'll leave our resident moonshiner alone.
No, wine perfectly legal up to 152 gallons.
There you go.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. You want to say alcoholic to me?
Not only can you buy the shirt.
Can you say cirrhosis of the liver for me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just quoting the Tennessee law book.
Oh,
you know what?
okay.
And everybody, not only can you buy Lance Moss's shirt, but you can also buy his drink, Lance Moss's shots. So buy the shots, buy the
That
bottle,
would be
buy the bottle.
illegal. In the state of Tennessee, that would be illegal.
Okay.
Honestly, I think if we took one shot of Lance's stuff, we would all be passed out. It's until what he puts in that shit.
Oh, yeah. Imagine the stuff.
I agree.
Kentucky, come on down to Memphis.
Yeah. All right.
Negatory.
Hey, I was almost there, Dave.
Well, Lance, man, go ahead. You got the final word on the arenas, on the WWE.
Well, in a way, it would look weak, But when you think about, honestly, most fans don't know how many people the capacities of each arena are in their local area. I mean, hell, I had to look up how many people the FedEx Forum held. I've tried to look at that 3 or 4 times. So John Q. Public does not know how many people they hold. So all they care about is sold out. They're coming here and ticket prices. Like, or they could. It's not like people are all. They should go back to their hometown. It's not like anybody else is running Madison Square Garden. Oh wait.
All right. Well, let's go into the last bit of rumors, and then we're going to move on because we are now going into our second half. It is several sources noted James Ellsworth was backstage with WWE on Tuesday. Let me finish before you show your displeasure for the Ellsworth. On Tuesday, in order to film a special focus on the company's women roster. What is he? Santina Morella? He's like Jamie Ellsworth now he's going to come out as? Because why should he be the focus of the women's roster? That's beyond me.
Well, he did win the first, and he did win the first ever women's Money in the Bank.
True, and he gave it up to Carmella. So, and let's go to you, Zoe.
Oh my God. So, oh my God, if he's going to be part of the women's roster, if he's going to pull a Santina, I'm just going to go wherever he is, and I'm just going to kick him right in the nuts and be like, now you can join the women's roster because you're a woman.
Can't we just have Ronda beat his ass?
Please, yes.
Shoot.
You know what?
I'm talking shoot.
Yeah, I would say put her in put James Ellsworth and the Bellas in a cage with Ronda Rousey. Give her some special medicine and let her loose. Ronda,
I would sell my house to make that happen.
Hey, Ronda, it's a cage. Do what you do.
Yeah. You know what? And that's one of the scary things as well when it comes to stuff like that. Because, hey, let's face it, you know what? We haven't yet to see her in the cage. But, folks, we're going to move on now. We're done with the rumors. And now we're going to go to our main topics. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Rick. Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, what are your thoughts on James Ellsworth?
I can almost see it. He's always been Carmella's, like little side, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Bitch boy.
So I can see him dressing up exactly like Carmella, but with the wig on and everything. Maybe he had some kind of a mental breakdown.
Well, he knows he couldn't win any other title, so I guess that will probably be the title he can probably come close to.
But, I mean, it's not the first time he kind of came back for a one-shot deal. After he was released, after he did that long haul, he came back for, like, a couple of days and then was gone. So, doesn't shock me.
All right. Well, again, fans, we're going to move on now to our stories. And as you can see in the middle of your screen, that is one of the concepts of the WWE's Women's Tag Team Championship. Now, that belt design was actually talked about in March of this year, and they were looking to refine it. So, Rick, the concept is there. The concept is there, but it is, up in the air of what's going on with that. So here it is. Rick, you want to take it away?
Oh, God, please somebody shoot me now. I'd rather watch the Bellas than watch tag team division of WWE. I'm sorry. I understand why they want to do it, because WWE has to do the first ever. They're on that fucking hype. Now, I am looking forward to the Mae Young Classic tournament as well as Evolution. They deserve to do those stages. But the tag team, I crunched the numbers. You would have to bring up everybody from every female up from NXT to the main roster, and you would only have 32 women. Now, obviously, you need singles because they have to have those people who chase the single titles. So, To have that, at first it would be a great concept, but after a while it get very, very boring.
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake. Including, I don't know if you read that rumor, but there was also considering adding another singles women's belt.
No, God. You know what? Here's the thing. Merge the two women's world titles into one belt, leave it at that, and then put the tag team, let it fight between groups. Leave that simple like that, and nobody will have an issue. But the way it's said here, it is WWE will be creating a women's tag team division according to rumors. WWE is waiting for the right time to pull the trigger. Rumors are also claiming that the WWE will be adding another women's championship, like Rick just said, in the next year. Now, the problem again is when you put too many belts, this is not the old NWA of the 80s. You know, when they had the Western Heritage title, they had the TV title, the North American title, North American Tag Team title, the United States title. I could go on and on. The Mid-Atlantic title. I mean, great titles with people that won them. But we're looking at a scenario where it was too many belts. Even in the old Nitro days, they had 9 titles. That's unheard of. Let's go to you, Zoe. You are the resident female worker. What do you think about a women's tag team championship?
I think it would be a huge mistake, personally. I mean, that's just me. Vince is not going to let Stephanie and Triple H and bring up more girls just to have that done. Vince is not even happy with the idea of an all-women's pay-per-view. So I just think it's going to be an idiotic move if they do that. There's not enough girls.
Absolutely. Now, Johnny, back in the day, they did have a WWF Women's Tag Team Championship. It was always the Jumping Bomb Angels versus the Glamour Girls. And then there was a couple of, I would say, local women that came in and just made makeshift tag teams just to fight for the title. And it's always once in a while.
Correct. Yeah, it wasn't all the time. And it was good then because it was like a special attraction. You know? To have our current female tag team titles, I just don't see it working for. I see it working for a little bit, but in the long run, it was just going to be a waste of time and a waste of metal.
Yeah. And again, that is, the scenario we're looking at, but who knows? Lance, final word.
Well, honestly, I'm looking here at the design. The one thing I'd probably change is probably the color of the strap, because it almost looks like they're doing a 205 tag belt or something with the purple. And it'd be kind of a short-lived title, but I do have an idea for what the new women's singles championship could be. I do. The leaked women's championship. You get a title shot if you have a picture leaked online.
Yeah. When you
the Bells will win that every time.
When you said leaked, I thought you meant like PMS leak.
No.
Yeah.
Fake boob leak.
Yeah, that's boob leak.
Or as my woman, Ms. Jack, she always says, I got to pay my pussy tax.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Rick, since he started, I got 3 words for you. Mixed match challenge.
Oh, fuck. I couldn't get into the first one. It's like WWE, Joe, as you said before, they're so desperate for new content, so they have to add this, and it's on their Facebook TV. Like, I really give a fucking shit. You know what? If people watch it and they want to follow it and they make money off it, by all means, congratulations. But for me, it just, I had no interest in it.
Yeah, I only see, like, the only time I see this when The Miz and Asuka teamed up. And that was pretty much Ed Team Little Big between Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. Yeah.
I know. I can't wait.
So I don't know. I take it as a grain of salt, and I don't really. Again, it's WWE trying to keep their product viable. I think they need to really sit back, look at all their history, and see what worked, what didn't work, and come up with, even if it's an old concept, but come up with something that's going to rock that promotion. You know, there's never going to be another Four Horsemen. There's never going to be another NWO. You know, we got the Bullet Club, but again, it's split into two groups because you have the, you know, Anderson and Gallows and Finn Balor and AJ on WWE, and you got the remaining on New Japan and spread out in different organizations. So WWE is just scraping at talent. Lance? Yeah, Lance. Tell everybody.
Drink that wine, buddy. Keep drinking that wine.
What was the question? My mom was giving me a bottle of water.
Yeah, I'll get a bottle of water on my foot. Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah. The Mixed Match Challenge is coming back. See, he's got to take her.
I think he needed to drink some more wine before answering.
Yeah.
He just gave us a live shout of
Rick,
himself.
I love that.
Like, I could say 16 Little Big, but other than that, that's about it.
That sounds like a bad porno. Team Little Big. It's like a midget and a giant.
You know what? Alexa Bliss in a porno, I don't hate the idea.
Yeah, me neither.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Yeah, all right. I forgot the question. So, hey. WWE, we're coming back with Mixed Match Challenge.
I'm actually excited about it. I enjoyed it last year, honestly. I really did, or this last time that they did it. I'm ready to see Team Little Big come back. I tell you what, though, I feel really bad for Jinder Mahal having to be stuck with Alicia Fox. I really do.
Oh.
I kind of feel like they should have. I kind of feel like they should have paired Bobby Lashley with Bailey instead of Sasha Banks. That way, whenever he goes to start crying in the ring or whatever, she can go in and hug him.
Well,
Go ahead, Rick.
no, because you were talking about like the Mixed Match Challenge and something about never mind. Forget it. My brain's on. I've been smoking way too much weed today, so don't mind me. So go ahead.
Y'all Boston people got some good weed too. I ain't gonna front.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Believe me, I can speak from firsthand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Yes. You can buy that shirt next, the marijuana leaf shirt. Up in smoke. HW Up in Smoke. That sounds like a Cheech and Chong movie.
We'll call it Boston Stokes.
Yeah. We'll get two black kids and an older white guy, and we'll call it Boston Strokes.
That's
what are you
it,
talking
man.
about, man? Pass the ball. And
The black guys are selling it to the white guy.
jeez.
The Boomstone Saints.
Yep. All right.
Horrible.
Let's move on to another topic, and it is our favorite person who always making the list. Is WWE's not happy with Y2J. Unconfirmed reports are coming in that WWE was not aware of Jericho making a cameo appearance at All In and was not happy about it. Chris Jericho stated for his Jericho Cruise, "You hear me, you stupid idiots? It's the Jericho Cruise." That's from October 27th to October 31st. It's several indie promotions, including Ring of Honor and Impact, will be on hand for that event. Now, first of all, the way they introduced Jericho in that match, he actually came in. He came in under I forgot who was the other guy, Pentagos or whoever.
Pentagon Jr.
Yeah.
Yes.
In his gimmick when the lights went out, so they replaced it. They did the old switcheroo. And what I loved about it was, and I'm not gonna sit down and memorize, everybody's arm tattoos. I'm not gonna memorize any little quirks. But when Pentagon Jr. came out and hit him with the, with Jericho's finish move, I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't look right. And when it revealed it was Jericho, it was one of those holy shit moments. And that's what was missing in wrestling. And Lance and Rick were here when we were talking about it, and we were just going marky all over the place because it was a great pay-per-view. Finally, somebody kept secrets in this day and age. And, you know, Rick, I personally don't feel there's a problem because he didn't promote WWE. He's kind of like a freelance Legends guy on the WWE, and he just went out and promoted his Jericho Cruise.
Well, you know, I mean, it's no secret that he's been playing this Jericho Cruise. Chris Jericho respects Vince, but at the end of the day, he doesn't work for Vince. He's a contractor. He comes in, maybe does short time, and, you know, to promote his own, you know, event, you know, you got to kind of show up in spots and kind of get those little, you know, pops. And I think even as a businessman, man, I think Vince would probably understand it. It's not like he's working with him full time.
Absolutely. Let's go to you, Johnny, about Chris Jericho.
You know, the dude has to make money. Plain and simple. You know, if he's like a vendor. You know, he'll go to this promotion, that promotion, makes his money, gets the hell out. Why not? If WWE is going to be upset about it, you know, hey, he's doing that whole cruise thing. He really could care less what the WWE thinks. He's making his money doing his thing. He's a happy person. Keep doing it, Jericho.
Absolutely. We need surprises. Let's go to you, Zoe.
I mean, as far as, you know, the whole Chris Jericho thing, like you guys said, it's not like he went out there and started talking about WWE. He's promoting his own self. I mean, the man's got to eat, right? So, I mean, WWE likes to overreact, plain and simple. Anytime they can get attention, they're going to do it.
Absolutely. Let's final word on this, Lance.
Well, I mean, one, technically this was a freelance show altogether because this was not under one organization's banner. So it was kind of like a super show from back in the day. And, well, it's not like he went out and signed with Impact, New Japan, or ROH, or the NWA. He just made a spot for something he's promoting. So Vince can get a Coke and a small and shut the fuck up.
Exactly. And just a real quick note for you Ring of Honor fans, Bully Ray is working with Ring of Honor. So he is doing a couple of spots in there as well as kind of what they're doing back and forth. So don't be surprised. We will be giving a little bit more news on Ring of Honor as well as a couple of the NWA matches and all that. So we will keep everybody informed of what's happening. You know, now we're going on to the woman who's on the screen right now. Tessa Blanchard signs with Women of Wrestling. If you don't know what that is, that's an indie promotion. I believe here in the Eastern, I think it's in New Jersey and Philly. Is Tessa Blanchard?
You're correct.
Yeah, signed with Women of Wrestling after her stellar performance at All Wins. Speculation suggests that Blanchard will be heading back to the WWE. Blanchard made sporadic appearances in the WWE, including the Mae Young Classic, but never got far in the company. Blanchard still has a few obligations left in Impact Wrestling if they're still around by that time, and will not be re-signing in short with them. So Blanchard stated that she was grateful for the opportunity of Impact and WoW, not Warriors of Wrestling or not World of Warcraft, but Women of Wrestling, and they have given her. She has made no mention of her time in WWE. So let's go to, I'm going to toss this around to the other way. Zoe, I don't know if you saw that match with Tessa in All In, but that was her best performance.
I do have to admit, I did not get to watch All In at all. I was doing my own show that night. But, I mean, I don't recall who this girl is. I don't know.
She is the daughter of the famous Four Horsemen member, Tully Blanchard. And in fact, on All In, she was escorted down to ringside by her famous father, Tully Blanchard, and by his one-time rival, Magnum TA. So, very good worker, very stiff worker, but again, she was trained by Blanchard and several others. So, if you get a chance, just look her up on YouTube and you can probably see her matches.
I definitely will.
Lance, let's go to you. We saw All In and we saw that match. What did you think?
Well, she's definitely a Blanchard. She tore that fucking house down.
Oh yeah, she's got the psychology down.
Yeah, which is a rarity in this day and age.
Absolutely. Rick, let's go to you. You know, Tessa making that, again, she's making these little indie appearances. You know, obviously they're going to probably use her more in the NWA Ring of Honor. And who knows? I don't even know if she's in the Mae Young Classic.
I believe she is not. Again, she made several appearances down at NXT. She was in the Mae Young Classic, the inaugural one. And for some reason, WWE pretty much just jobbed her out. Over at Impact, she had a little bit of a run, but again, she started getting jobbed out. When she went over to All In, I saw her wrestle, and I kept on saying to myself, WWE, you made a huge fucking mistake. You missed the mark. They pretty much did to her what they did to AJ Styles like 15, 20 years ago.
Yep, absolutely. And I think Johnny, she reminds me a little bit of Nikki Adams, has that same philosophy in the ring, but a very solid worker. I think if they brought her in and they put her on probably on SmackDown, she can give Charlotte and all these other women a good run for their money.
Absolutely. Again, great athlete, trained by her father and many other tremendous wrestlers in the business. I think she has the potential to make it in the WWE, but that's if the WWE will give her that chance. I think she would be a major impact to give Charlotte Flair and everyone else a real good run for their money. Absolutely.
All right, folks, and with that, we're going to go into our final topic of the night, and it is Cody Rhodes teases another All-In event. The last one, the one that just happened last week, they did have, and I'm going to say, almost 12,000 people. And it was a really well done. And I'm going to say this, on this show many times, I've always criticized indie wrestling, how they don't invest their money right, or how they don't do things correctly. I'm going to go out on the limb and say directly that All In did exactly everything that I wish I could have done if I was being funded. And with that, I mean they got the building right, they got everything, they got the skids, they got everything. Camera work needed to be redone a little bit more, but overall, forget it. All In was great, and I think these guys are going to be the competition that Vince doesn't want to see. So with that, you know what? This is what it was said. The American Nightmare and the current NWA Heavyweight Champion Cody Rhodes spoke to AMBY regarding the epic All-In event. He stated the following: the 10,000 plus people last night felt like it was like 100,000 people. I don't want to jump and say I'm ready to do it again, but there's definitely a thirst for what we were offering. So that's the focus now. I think that's what he thinks. And he says, what will we do next? He's not sure, but you can tell that was, such a great show that I can see them coming back and trying to try to do something else, but keep it sporadic. Don't bring it in all. Don't keep bringing it in back and forth, because again, then it becomes boring. I think right now what they did, take some time off, build up another good show, throw it back out there. Lance, we saw the show again. I can't wait for the next one.
Absolutely. The only thing I'd say is maybe work on the actual card timing and the card placement, because personally I think the NWA Championship should have went last, and also that second to last match, they ate up way too damn much time. I mean, hell, that 6-man at the very end, they had to rush like hell. That's the only thing I would have changed. But hell, I can't wait for the next one.
Absolutely. Let's go to you, Rick. What do you think?
Well, I have to agree with you about all in, being sporadic because you want to have people bloodthirsty for that next event. If you have 3 or 4 times a month, or even 2 or 3 times every 3 or 4 months, people are like, all right. But if it starts like 6 months, especially on the level that they are now, people will buy it. They'll be able to do like maybe a 15,000 next time, and people will jump in.
Absolutely.
Go
ahead, Rick.
And actually, as what Lance was saying about the time was like too lengthy, X-Pac actually even spoke out. He gave props to the actual show. He said it was a stellar performance on all levels. However, he did bitch that the time frame was off. And he said that's the only real critique because they burnt way too much time, and you didn't get to see certain matches.
Well, and that's one thing too. That was really we saw it when the second referee came running down, and he said, he was screaming at them to try to end it. We did catch that. So
I believe we were watching that match. The match that went way long. We're like, what the hell are these guys doing? It's like they're trying to eat up time.
Yeah, and I think that it's safe to say they won't be back on another event unless they stop it. All right. Well, I'm going to throw this now around to Zoe. Zoe, I know you didn't see the event, but it was for an indie company, and you can sympathize with that. When an indie company does a huge buy rate like that, there's hope for the business.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. Tell it, girl.
Deep thought.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
That's right.
Did somebody nightshade Zoe?
There she is.
Yeah, it's storming down here. It completely cut me off. I'm sorry.
No, we were talking about All In, and I said, basically, when you have an organization, when an indie company can draw that number, their first time around, there is hope for wrestling.
Exactly. And from what I've heard, they did phenomenal with the show. I wish I was able to catch it. There's just one thing I need to know right now. Is it true that there was dancing inflatable penises at the show?
Yes.
Yes. That was Joey Ryan, who came up with a whole bunch of blow-up penises, God. And that's why I did the meme. Now I know what it feels like to be a dick.
Yeah.
And I'll put it like this. If y'all have not heard it, y'all need to hear Jim Cornette's rant on it. It's
oh, God. When is he not ranting or pitching about something? I swear to God, he's like an old grandmother.
It's human inflatable dicks.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta say one thing. They were mimicking the Undertaker's druids, and when they came out doing that, I told Rick, it's funny. It's great for a pay-per-view, but if they wanted to get on TV, like we've talked about this, it's like there's one thing WWE always teased, penis jokes, vaginal jokes, and so forth, but they never actually showed it to the extent like, blow up vaginas or blow up, penises.
Except for the unicorn horns.
Exactly. and with that,
llama penises.
With that is an innuendo. It's like, okay, we're selling it to you as a unicorn horn. Now, if you pervertedly think that it's a penis, then that's your problem, not ours. But we're gonna that I think the whole show was great. Again, I can't say anything about it. Any wrong? I'm gonna put up one picture for everybody there, and this is gonna be a quiz for anybody out there. George,
G-boy.
Come on, George.
Now, in the picture right there, it is Cody Rhodes. Him holding up the NWA Championship, the same championship that his father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, won. So I'm gonna say, George, who did Dusty Rhodes beat for his first title run? When and what date? So remember, who did he beat for the NWA to win the NWA Championship? When was it and where? So
I'm gonna take a wild guess. I'm guessing maybe. Hold on one second. I got somebody else. Sorry about that, guys. I would say it would be at Madison Square Garden, and he beat Ric Flair. Maybe. It's honestly long before my time, so that's just a wild guess.
Yep, and that is incorrect. So we're gonna leave that right there for George or anybody else who's listening to the channel to come up with the answer. Again, it is right now. It is that. So we are waiting to see what comes up. We're gonna shoot. We're gonna.
George's answer is, "Oh hell no, I ain't biting this one."
All right, so we'll leave that up there. So we'll leave that up there for the next show. Then remember, fans, come up with the answer. Dusty Rhodes. Who did Dusty Rhodes beat to win his first championship? When and where? So we're gonna leave that like that. But talking about families, really quick, as we're coming to the end of our show, families who won championships. We talked about it last time. Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt are the sons of Mike Rotundo, or Rotunda, depends on which organization you look at, who was also known as Irwin R. Shyster, Mike Wall Street, Captain Mike, Varsity Club member Mike Rotundo. So not only did the father win the tag team championship in the WWF/E with various partners, Barry Windham and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. His sons now following that tradition, and they've won the tag team championship. Of course, Bray Wyatt with Matt Hardy, and as we saw Monday, the Bo Dallas and his partner, the son of Kurt Hennig, Curtis Axel, they both lost their titles to Shawn Michaels and Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. So, but that's a little tidbit of little thing right there with championships and family members carrying it down. So, and I think we could honestly say the Flairs have it that way. Ric Flair has won the World Heavyweight Championship, and his son Reed won the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte won the women's titles.
Actually, yeah, she's actually won 4, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was 2 or 3 on SmackDown. I know she did 1 on Raw. So that I can pretty much, I'm sure of. But listen, guys, I'm gonna call it a night real quick. Sorry, I got cut it short. If you want to listen to anything on HWR, we have the HWR chat room, latest news, rumors, blogs. You have it. I'm also doing a couple of wallpapers. And over on YouTube, we have tribute videos, shoot videos, and of course, every podcast that Hardcore Wrestling Radio has done in the past 6 years.
It's all there. So we're going to go this. It's like we're now at the end of the road. And it is, like Rick said, he just brought it up. Now, Johnny is the Uber of, wait a minute, Zoe.
Yeah, the Uber of Westchester.
Oh, boy.
Damn, birds, and I thought I called you
Oh, God.
Even the little weenie sausages ones are claiming right there. All right. Johnny, what's going on? Tell everybody what's happening.
Well, I am here to save everyone money in all their streaming needs. Movies, TV shows, pay-per-views, sporting events, you name it, I can help you save it. If you have any questions, you can contact me at gr8iptv@gmail.com. You can also check out my Instagram at IPTV_guy. And if anybody wants to drive for Uber, now's the time. There's plenty of bonuses and incentives. for all new drivers. Guys, you can make up to 250, 350, 450, whatever you want to make, 1,000, 2,000. It's all on you, guys. Uber's the best way to do it. Part-time, full-time, anytime you want. You want to check it out? Check out my YouTube page, The Uber of Westchester, or check out my Instagram, The Uber Westchester. Just put an underscore under each word.
Absolutely. She is the Vicious Vixen from Kentucky's Own Wrestling. She is Zoe Nightshade, but we also love her as Kayla Hub. Tell everybody what's going on and where they can find you.
Okay, well, you can always find me on the Kentucky Zone Wrestling Facebook page or my fan page at Zoe Nightshade or on the HWR chat room. This weekend, we are returning to Shopville, Kentucky with our biggest show of the year. This is not only our Cage Fury show, but also our Hall of Fame show. So if you're in the area, bell time starts at 7:30, doors open at 7. I will definitely be there, and hopefully I will not pick up an assault charge.
And again, you can see all her show flyers from Kentucky's Own Wrestling and all the information on the HWR chat room on Facebook. So check it out if you're interested. She'll be posting up all that there.
We actually, I'm sorry, I just wanted to add one more thing. If you do go onto the HWR chat room page, I've actually uploaded some matches from our most recent show on there, as well as my Team Carnage promo.
There you go. So, yep, HWR chat room, it is the place to be. So check that out. Let's go to you. You are Lance Moss TV, the incomparable one, Lance. So tell everybody about it.
Well, every Wednesday night I go live on Smosh TV and Friends. I never know who's going to show up. It's at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, and you figure out the rest of the time because I don't know. Anyway, and it's basically me and anybody who wants the link, I'll shoot it to. And yeah, you come in, we'll shoot the shit for about roughly 2 hours. And every Friday at around either 1:30 Eastern or 12:30 Central, I put up a Redneck Gourmet video during the season, and tomorrow will be Redneck Gourmet Euros.
All right.
The video will actually be in the HWR chat room, and you can follow me on Twitter at @LanceMossTV.
There you go. He is not here tonight, that son of a bitch Andy, but he runs Stoked Haunted. If you love the paranormal stuff from the UK, you want to see a show that's not going to make up stuff, that's going to give you the facts, check out www.stokedhaunted.com. They are on Facebook, they are on YouTube, they are on Twitter and Twitch, so check them out. Again, the main link, stokedhaunted.com. And I am Lord Joseph Scoldren Knight, and I do my weekly podcast when it comes to games and other things. I do a lot of run-throughs, I do a lot of reviews, so just do the hashtag Scoldren's Run, and that'll take you not only to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. When I go live, it's on 3 platforms I'm running, so check me out there. And if you want to talk to me on Twitter or follow me on Twitter, it is @Scoldren. And this Saturday, I'm going to have my web pages up, so you can check out ScoldrensRealm.com, and we have all that. Now, since a buddy of ours, George, brings it up, they are these shirts. And we do have wrestling shirts from all of us. And I'm enlarging them here for everybody to see. But before we do that, I'm going to give a quick shout out to BC Games and More. BC and Mrs. A, they do their little podcast on Facebook every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. So check them out. Just do the hashtag BC Games and More, and you can check them out. They're great people. They are always giving us props, so we're doing the same thing. Great people. Check them out. They talk about retro games, retro toys, magazines, everything. Check them out. They will be at Comic-Con Erie, the September 14th to 16th. I will be there, so check it out. We will be there. Now, if you're interested in the t-shirts, if you look on your screen right now, we do have the fabulous Lance Moss Cross Guitar TV, t-shirt, We have the Uber of Westchester shirt. That's shirt 2. The Bishop Dixon Zoe Nightshade. That's shirt 3. My logo, Scoldren's Realm, which is number 4. Andy's Stoked Haunted. And finally, Lance,
What the shirt?
BTS, buy the shirt. And finally, in the bottom, it is HWR's Discretion Advised HWR shirt. Now, you can get all these shirts. You can buy each of them. Just send me a message either on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or on Twitter. And it is $20 per shirt plus shipping and handling. Expect at least 2 weeks delivery. But it's good quality shirts. You're not going to lose out on it. And if you want that information, again, message me and I will send that all the info to you and where you can go. It's directly through PayPal, and it helps fund to keep our shows going. We will also kind of help us put together our different events that we want to do. We want to use the funds to hire talent to come on our show, get some people to do interviews. So you're going to see a lot of change. So please support the cause and order these shirts. Again, for Zoe, she has her book. She has her flyer that she will go around.
What the hell did you write a book?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
I am actually writing one. Just so you know.
Uh-oh.
If I wrote one, it would be probably set on fire. So, but yes, if you're interested in getting these shirts, do so. Just give us a shout out, and I will send you all the information. All we need is your shirt size, how many you want, and which shirt you want, and we will get these out to you as quick as possible. Before we leave, I want to thank Billy. I want to thank Rob and Mrs. A, who just popped on. So I want to thank you folks for being part of HWR's Hardcore Wrestling Radio. Let me see here. Before you go, are you going to be at Comic-Con? Yes, I am. I am going to be there, Mrs. A. So expect to see me in my Scoldren's Realm shirt. So you'll be seeing me there. I'll be harassing the people. So with that, folks, I'm going to say thanks for watching. And again, for George and everybody else, if you guys want the shirts, let me know. Message me either here on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or Twitch, and we will get them out to you. All right, and with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching. And this is HWR's Four Corner Rants. See you next week. Lance?
Buy the shirt?
Buy the shirt indeed.